What's up, guys? Just I wanted to give you guys kind of an update on where we're at with the road. So let me just show you around, and then I'll show you the road we're putting in. Okay, so obviously you guys know where this is. You follow this back and it goes back to the house. But this is where we're coming into the property. This is where I demolished that camper, pickup truck camper. It was right there. We burned it, knocked some trees down. We finally got the permit to for the wetland, right? So no, this is my property, Mac Daddy. Yep, I was out playing with the toys today. Just gonna show you guys basically the road. So there's two parcels. There's a 30-acre parcel, which everybody's name is on. And then there's a 10-acre parcel, which only my name is on. Because I bought 5 from my cousin and I convinced everybody to let me just take the 10-acre parcel. Save them a ton of money on taxes. Since the 10-acre parcel, the taxes are basically the same as the 30. So that cut their tax burden in half, basically. And I got a piece of property all to myself now. So anyways, we cleared this road all the way through. What's up, guys? So what I had to do was I paid Highline Homes to do the home, right? And they're like, okay, you got to get a driveway out there for us to start building, basically. You have to have a whole bunch of lists. There's a checklist. You got to have power. You got to have a water source. You got to have a decent driveway that a semi can pull down on. And I don't know if there has to be room for them to turn around or not. I'm not positive on that one. But obviously there's going to be room because I have to be able to turn around anyways. And then you got to have power. Yeah, and that's basically it. And but in order to start turning into permits, they wanted me to do a environmental study on the access part of my property. So I had to do an access. And yeah, great weather, man. We got good weather for the next 2-3 days. So anyways, I had to have a biologist out here. They tested everything for wetlands, and there was a small puddle back there that was considered wetlands, but according to the county's specifications, it's not big enough to have to worry about. But there is one down here, and I'll show you guys it, that we have to go through the buffer, basically. Part of the wetlands is on the stretch of road where my access road is going to go, and then part of it is in what's called the buffer zone, right? And so I paid a biologist basically $6,000 to tell me that there was a wetland, and then they categorized it, and then they basically said what my options were. You know, we have basically, there's 3 options. There's the avoidance, then there's the minimization, and then there's the mitigation, right? So we're gonna do the minimization / mitigation, right? And so we're coming up on where the wetland is. So basically the wetland ends, it starts right where that pink ribbon is on that tree. I don't know if you can see that pink ribbon right there. You can see where all this different style of grass is, that's basically the boundary of the wetland, and then it goes this way, right? And probably, let's see, probably about 10 feet, 15 feet that way is where my property ends, right? But this is my property line basically right there where this road fabric is. So what we're gonna do is we'll probably put a culvert in, you know, in case if this does fill up, then the water can go to the other side. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't think we're gonna need a culvert there, but we do have one down here. We're gonna need this one because all of the water runoff from the main road comes down. You can see how this is a hill, right? You can see where the culvert is right there. I set it in there. So all the water from Arcadia comes running down this, right down the center of my property. So we're gonna divert it to the side and then have it coming across. And then as you can see, there's a culvert right there to take it to the other side. And there's a pond over there. So we put the culvert right there instead of right here because there's a whole bunch of tree roots right here and there's a high spot. So all the water from the road is gonna come down to here and then go across. So yeah, I've already started the excavation for the foundation. We already cleared the site, the pad basically. We're not 100% done with the pad yet, but we've gotten quite a bit done. So that's where we're at with that. This is all really kind of muddy. That's one of the reasons why we put down this road fabric, because there's really no way to scrape all this mud out and then fill it all back in with rock. I couldn't afford that. So what we're doing is we're putting this road fabric down and we'll put the rock right over the top of it. And this is pretty squishy right in here. But the good thing is once summertime hits, this will all dry out 100%. Even with the road on top of it. Here, I'll show you this way. That way the sun's not blinding you. You can see some of the water. Basically what this fabric does is it keeps the rock from migrating into the dirt, right? That's basically what that does. That way you're not spending thousands on rock because it just sinks into the mud. This creates kind of a bridge. All right. And then we got the road right there. Yeah, Blake, that's what I'm afraid of. But the good thing is I got my own dump truck and the pit is literally 15 minutes away, maybe 20 with the dump truck. So not that far away. Oh, it's way more than that, Blake. It's gonna be way more than that. I'm gonna try and have the road probably about 4 or 5 inches thick. So we're probably talking, I'm guessing probably about 20 dump truck loads to get it all the way back to the house. At least that's what I'm thinking. So it's probably gonna cost me a few thousand in rock alone. So that road fabric that you seen there, that and the culvert was $1,000 already, you know. And then so total cost of the driveway right now, so the road fabric and the culvert, that's $1,000, and then the environmentalist, that cost me $6,000, and then another $1,500 for the actual review of the environmentalist memo that they sent into the county. So that's, how much is that? 6, 7, 8, 8,500 so far. So I'm guessing by the time we're done with this, it's going to be around, probably around 10 to 15 grand just for the rock. I haven't yet, Blake, but I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow when I show up with my dump truck. I'm gonna be like, hey man, I'm gonna buy a butt ton of rock. What kind of deal can you give me, you know? So hopefully they give me some sort of a deal. I mean, it's pretty cheap anyway, so, you know, it's pretty cheap stuff. So, and what I'm basically buying is, it's called a logger special, and it's a 3-inch dirty is what it is. So a 3-inch and minus, and it's got, you know, it's got some pretty big rock in there, but it's, you know, it's all fractured though, so good for building logging roads and stuff. And once I get a good base of that down, then I can top it with, you know, some 1.25 inch minus or something. We'll have to wait and see. This is basically what that 3-inch minus looks like, right? So it turns out really good for a good base. Yeah, hopefully they give me some sort of discount, and I'll be paying cash too, so that might help out a little bit. Anyways, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. They can't see.
What happened? You're on live YouTube.
You're on YouTube, Grandma. They can't see you though. The sun's reflecting off your skin. You look like a ghost.
I am.
Got the kids here. Got the pickup. Yeah, buddy. And we got the trailer. This is the culvert down on, and the road fabric. Whew. Anyways, guys, we're gonna call it a day. Kind of early. Me and Grandpa will be out here bright and early tomorrow morning doing rock all day. So Grandpa will be on the dozer and I'll be on the dump truck. Definitely gonna try and get some footage of that, and we'll probably come out with a video. So I'm excited for that. So here's one of the coolest things. So we paid all that money for the environmental permit, and the county was gonna make us get an additional grading permit, right? But they sent me an email saying that because we're only doing a single family residence, they're gonna waive the grading fee. So I got that in an email. So that's saved me right there, probably $1,000 at least. And somebody happened to come out and inspect it, you know, or whatever, who knows. So I'm really happy about that. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in for the update. And no news on the dump truck yet. So gonna have to wait and see what happens there. No news yet, so I gotta call him up again and say, hey, you know, what's the deal? You know, I need that dump truck soon. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to pound that like button, pound that subscribe button.